Season 2 of House the Dragon is on its way, and that means that we are going to be introduced to a whole array of new characters. In today's video, we'll take a look at the 5 most interesting characters making their debut in the next season. Today's 5 picks will be a mix of characters that are already confirmed to be in Season 2, and some from which we can reasonably assume they will be featured. I've done my best to minimize spoilers as much as possible, but you will get some minor spoilers nonetheless. So, without further ado, let's start with number 5, Cregan Stark, the Lord of Winterfell and Warden of the North. Cregan Stark will probably be one of the first new characters that we get to see. He will be introduced to us during Jacaerys' travels north to assure the loyalty of houses Arryn and Stark. Cregan is a badass. While still young at this point in the story, Cregan is an imposing and formidable lord with an unwavering sense of honor. Imagine yourself a mix of Eddard's character with the presence of Tywin Lannister. Prince Aemon Targaryen, also known as the Dragon Knight, claimed he never faced a finer swordsman than Lord Cregan. House Stark's support to Rhaenyra's cause is vital for the civil war to come, and whether Rhaenyra gets that support will depend on the young Cregan and Jacaerys getting along. Number 4 on the list is Alys Rivers. One of the characters who has already been cast for Season 2 a couple of months ago, she will be played by Gil Rankin. As the name Rivers might suggest, Alys is a bastard from the Riverlands, more specifically from House Strong. She is supposedly the bastard daughter of the deceased Lord Lionel, which would make her a half-sister of Harwin and Larys Strong. Alys is thought to be a witch, who appears much younger than she actually is. She supposedly sees visions in storm clouds, pools of water and the flames. Alys comes into the story when she becomes the lover of Prince Aemond. Her special gifts might just give the Greens an edge in the coming war. The next character on this list has not been cast officially yet, but both the showrunners and George R.R. Martin have confirmed that he will star in Season 2. And this is Viserys and Alicent's youngest son, Daeron Targaryen. Yes, there actually is another Targaryen child that has not been introduced to us yet. Quite a strange choice if you ask me. If you want to hear more about why I think Daeron was cut from Season 1, I made a video about it a couple of months ago, which I will link in the description. The most important thing is, Daeron will be introduced to us in Season 2. Daeron is about the same age as Jacaerys, and hates his nephews with the same passion as his older brothers. Despite this, Daeron is the most gentle out of his male siblings. He is described as courteous and clever, and is beloved by the small folk. Daeron's deeds during the Dance of the Dragons would earn him the moniker Daeron the Daring. And Daeron's late entrance into the series brings more good news. Because with him comes his dragon Tessarion, the Blue Queen, described as one of the most beautiful dragons the Targaryens ever had. All in all, a lot to look forward to. And if you are looking forward to my next video, please subscribe to the channel and leave a like for the algorithm. I'm trying to get to 1000 subscribers before the end of the year, and your help in achieving that goal is very much appreciated. Number 2 on this list is another character that has already been cast, and that's Alyn of Hull, who will be played by Abu Bakr Salim. Alyn is a low-born resident of Dragonstone, who according to his mother is a bastard son of Laenor Velaryon. Due to Laenor's sexual preferences, not many people believe this story, but Alyn's capacities as a captain and an admiral might give you a clue of who his real father is. Alyn first enters the story when the Blacks are looking for dragon seeds to ride their vacant arsenal of dragons. Alyn is not one of the lucky few to bind himself to one of the riderless dragons. His brother Addam of Hull is, however. I am still convinced that Addam's character has been cut from House the Dragon. I made a video regarding this theory about 2 months ago. I'll put a link in the description if you want to check it out. Alyn might not become a dragon rider, but as a bastard of House Velaryon, his story will be interesting nonetheless. And while we're on the subject of dragon seeds, the last character on this list is Nettles. Just as was the case with Alyn's brother Addam, Nettles is one of the lucky few to bind herself to one of the riderless dragons. Even more, she was the only one to bind herself to one of the wild dragons living on Dragonstone. As is the case with the other dragon seeds, Nettles would continue on to fight for Rhaenyra's cause. But the thing that sets her apart as a character to look forward to is her personality. Nettles is described as a foul-mouthed and filthy girl, but also fearless. Imagine her as Arya Stark who never had her lessons from Septa Mordane. Quite an interesting character to add to this royal and well-behaved cast. Prince Daemon especially takes a liking to Nettles. And as a fun connection to Game of Thrones, she would go on to play a vital role in the founding of the Burnt Men, one of the mountain clans of the Vale who captured Tyrion and Bronn on their way back from the Eyrie. Daemon's fondness of Nettles will give the politics at Rhaenyra's court an extra dimension in Season 2. And those are the 5 most interesting characters that will be introduced to us in Season 2 of House of the Dragon. In my opinion at least. I'm pretty sure I could make another video with 5 more interesting characters that will be introduced to us in Season 2. So if that's something that you would like to see, make sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel. And don't forget to let me know which characters you are looking forward to in the comments. Thank you all very much for watching. See you next time.